Hello everyone, this is Ron. Welcome to another King of Fighters All-Star video. I hope you guys are doing well. And in today's video, I would like to talk about the Ultimate Elizabeth and Ultimate Shen Wu. Many of you are summoning in this banner and you might think about that which character you should build and why. So in this video, I will talk about their main special features of these both two characters and probably throw some suggestions at you so you can make your decision that with which character you would like to go, and definitely I'm going to share that what I am going to do based on this analysis. So let's talk about Elizabeth first, because she is a very fan favorite character and totally relevant to the Ash saga that was previously continuing. So she is a very good friend of Ash. She is also from France and she's a very elite type of lady. So what she is doing to your account if you get her? So she is going to be a kind of a support, but not in a general sense, but kind of in a different sense, and I'm going to show you why. So let's talk about first her skills. She is going to be a blue element, balance type and chaos type fighters. And if you know that what are this cemetery is going to do whenever you are having chaos bosses in Age challenge or in guild boss challenge, for example, she will get the benefit. And since she is a balanced type character, you'll see that her stats are kind of in a balanced state. She has a kind of of course, a little bit lower attack than the attack type fighters, but her defense and HP and other stats are kind of balanced. So it is expected for her to be a little bit more, survival. So let's talk about the skills first. An active one skill, decrease the enemy's defense 80%, increase damage received 100%. Very usual thing that is we find in each and every ultimate character. This is nothing really unique. Increase attack by 100% for 10 seconds, reset active skill 1 cooldown. This 100% attack, however, is limited to herself. She's not going to do the team buff. Active 2 skill, usually hyper armor, super armor thing that's going on. Active 3 skill, it's a grab skill, by the way. It's a grab skill, so you need to be aware of that. And what this is going to reset active 2 and active 3 skill cooldown. So her active 2 and 3, these are going to be the skill that you would like to use for damage dealing. But let's see the finishers. Reset active skill cooldown upon use, increase critical rate by 30%. Very good. Another finisher, this one, increase the finisher and special skill damage of all allies, including self, by 50% for 15 seconds. So this is going to be her main support property. That means when I said that she is going to be a different type of support, I was meaning this thing. She is going to buff the finishers and special skill damage of all allies, not their attack, not their active skill, or not their any other properties. And this thing is kind of limited to only several number of fighters, which I will talk about a little bit later. But let me show you the course. As a striker, also she is going to buff all the teammates 50% extra attack, which can be valuable in different type of game modes. And as her phantom ultimate break, what she is going to do, next fighter finisher and special skill damage increase by a certain percent, and the percentages are huge. I mean huge. Usually you will see what in different ultimate characters, you will see this type of percentages are like increased strike skill or certain attack or certain blast skill increase, like 30, 40, 50, these sort of percentages. But she is going to only increase the next fighter. That means the fighter who is going to be tagged in after. She is not going to provide this buff to the entire team. So that's one thing you must know. Next fighters, only special skill and ultimate skill, huge percentage. Increase attack by 700%, comparatively lower to any other ultimate fighters. Right now, the ideal attack is 800%. Only 900% attack is having by Kyo. So I would consider Kyo as triple S tier. But the S tier is 800. But she's kind of lower because she is not really a damage dealer at the first place. Her job is to support. However, she's having critical damage, critical rate. She doesn't really have any critical rate. That is kind of lowering her damage numbers even more. Critical damage 350% ideal. Strike skill, she's having strike skill buff and increased grab skill buff. She's having grab and strike skill both. And if we go to the skills once again, you'll see that this active 3 skill and active 2 skill, both of them are strike and grab. These are the two things that is going to work in a better way. Active 1 skill, however, is not the main focus here. Let's go back to the core and see what are the things she's having. She's having this wedge light thing. Basically, this thing is going to do. It is going to apply a huge amount of starlight damage. And starlight damage equal to 5000% of attack with this effect. And special skill, increase next finisher and special skill damage by 1000%. So this finisher and special skill, that might be her own or might be any other character. Whoever is going to do the next special or finisher skill, that is going to be increased by 1000%. So once again, special buff for special and ultimate skill, nothing really else. Increase active skill damage by 300 up to 50%. So overall, what should I say, that she is going to be a support only dedicated to fighters who are going to excel their damage through finisher skill and their special skill. Now, who are these fighters? That's the big question, and this question takes us to Shen Wu, a very unique fighter in his total mechanism. And as I talked about before, that previously we saw that BS and even EX characters used to do skills and skill spamming. Also many ultimate fighters are doing the skills and skill spamming, but this character is going to operate entirely in a different direction, guys. Let's talk about it. Very interesting. Active 1 skill, this one is going to be his most powerful skill, and this thing is going to do a lot of things, guys. Look at this. Even in the normal state, it is going to gain super armor, hyper armor, recovers phantom gauge 3%, very important for any ultimate fighter. Maintaining overcharge during phantom ultimate drive, recovers power 3%, gains combative spirit when maintaining overcharge. So when you are doing this charging thing, you are getting a lot of utility. The most important thing is going to be this combative spirit. I'll show you that what this damn thing is going to do. And Janet, of course, you will get super armor when charging the thing, and also decrease enemies defense 80%, the usual core that we have. And next we are having once again grant super armor and deals physical damage equal to 5000% of attack when the target. And also a huge PvP exclusive, removes target's hyper armor, super armor, critical hit, shield upon land, shield guard, everything. So such a great core, PvP core, as good as the ultimate Leona. He is basically removing everything. So one damn skill, this one skill, when you are doing the charging thing, he is going to do a lot of things. He is going to get a lot of buffs, and when the charging is finished, still he is getting some extra thing, physical damage. Now this physical damage is entirely unique, and only in the case of Tekken 7 fighters, only Tekken 7 fighters were having this physical damage. I don't know why Netmarble didn't proceed with this physical damage further, because we don't see much characters with this physical damage these days or after Tekken 7. But characters like Devil Jin, characters like other characters, all the damage dealers of Tekken 7, they are having this physical damage feature. Let's move on to the active skill. Increase own physical damage 50% for 10 seconds and recovers power 20%. So he is buffing himself and buffing his physical damage, which no one can buff. No one in the game can buff this thing. He is doing it. So what? Next, you're having skill 3, usually hyper armor, super armor, a stun effect. So this is not really too much important. His main skill is going to be skill number 1. And in finisher, a huge PvP exclusive, remove target's hyper armor, super armor thing. So once again, he is getting this PvP exclusive. Very useful PvP character, guys. Upon use, increase critical rate 3%, competitive spirit for 1 second. So once again, he is getting competitive spirit buff and huge amount of critical rate buff in the core. I mean, this is insane, guys. We saw Imprint Stones having 2.5% critical rate, but this guy is having 3.5% already in this core. So 3% from the core, and if you add the banner stones, 3.5%, that is total 6. That's 2.5%. So in total 5.5% critical rate he is getting. The highest no character can get huge amount of critical rate with this sort of mechanism. Momentum, increase momentum by 20% while using this skill. This is also a strike skill, and this is going to be the finisher skill. As a striker, he is going to do what? Physical damage. Huge physical damage 400, 750%, 4000. Oh my god, huge percentages of physical damage. But guess what? The attacker has to be, or the main damage dealer has to be, a physical damage dealer. So think about it. If in any other collab character or any future character who is having this physical damage, he is going to help a lot. physical damage or any other game mode that is going to be especially vulnerable to physical damage, this character is going to be handy. Otherwise, right now, this physical damage is kind of useless, to be honest. Okay, physical coefficient, increase striker skill phantom damage coefficient. This is a very complex mechanism, guys. This is a very complex mechanism, and this might make a big difference, but this requires a lot of testing, because this sort of damage coefficient, we know that many characters are having this sort of damage coefficient, that if you use certain two skills in together, they will get this damage coefficient. But guess what? This is related to phantom damage, so a lot of condition has to be fulfilled. The game mode has to be relevant to phantom damage. The character has to have a high phantom damage, and the character has to have this damage coefficient. But this might be a very important feature, guys. Might be an important feature. I'm going to try this out. Passive, in the passive, he's getting this competitive spirit, active 1 max. So see, active 1 max. That means what? You have to use this active 1 skill, and you have to charge this, and when you charge this, you will get this max Gaiken, and this is the active 1 max thing that's going on. What is this thing is even going to do? Using active 1 max and finisher and special skill, increase active 1's max damage coefficient by 1000% up to 3000%, and finisher skill and active skill damage coefficient by 2000%. So this thing core is going to immensely buff this active skill to an insane amount, guys. Huge amount of damage already, but this damage is going to be multiplied by up to 3000%. Like, for real, bro? You kidding with me? And also the finisher skill and the finisher skill, special skill, and this competitive spirit, the main core thing. And of course, when you do the finisher skill, the competitive spirit is going to be removed. Of course, you have to apply once again. Another passive course, increase strike skill damage 100%, momentum by 20% for 100 second. For 100 second, what the heck, bro? For 100 second, that means the entire battle. What is 100 second? And 60 second means 1 minute. That is more than 90 seconds. That's 100 seconds. Holy hell. I mean, about 2 minutes almost. 120 seconds will be 2 minutes. Oh my goodness. But guess what? This is not for the entire team. This is for himself. So he has to use this damn thing. Immunity, normal immunity, decreased damage receive core as usually. And in the main core, inflicts phantom attack. He is going to buff the phantom attack of the as striker. Ultimate break, damage coefficient 1000%. Special and finisher damage coefficient 2000%. Increase strike skill 20%. And in the phantom ultimate break, strike skill 20%. Strike skill, track skills. Totally strike skill buff. The percentages could have been a little bit higher, but I won't say anything before testing him, because he is already having huge buff from different other cores. Look at this 20%, 1000%, huge. Attack is once again 800%, the ideal with this, on par with characters like Terry, Adelheid, or Athena. Same. Critical rate 30%. This is going to make him or set him separate from Elizabeth. This huge critical rate buff. And of course a little bit lower critical damage, but that doesn't even matter, because we have a lot more ways to increase this critical damage buff. We can do it through plugins, we can do it through card transcending, or in many different ways. This competitive spirit is going to, we talked about this course, that how this is going to work. This is basically buffing his skills. And also in the special move, increase finisher and special skill damage once again by 1000%. At least a little bit of active skill buff he's having. So he is going to be a monster of finisher skill and his basic finisher skill or ultimate finisher skill. These are going to be the main damage output. So overall, if you compare Elizabeth and Shen Wu, then at the end of the day, Shen Wu is going to be a very unique damage dealer in terms of his damage dealing. Very, very powerful character. But on the other hand, as we talked about that Elizabeth, she is going to be a support, but she is going to be the support only for the characters like Shen Wu. That means if you are having both of these characters together, and if you have buffed up both of them, if you are having both of them max up, then you will get very, very powerful features from this character using the support of Elizabeth and using this guy as the main damage dealer. That's one thing you can do. And if you decide to go for Elizabeth, I think she on herself is going to be pretty damage dealer good damage dealer, decent damage, of course not something uber tier broken, and I kind of explained that why she's going to fail short, and she is going to do a very good job on her own. But guess what, she will not be able to support any other character in the game until they decide to release the next character who is going to excel his or her damage through finisher skill and special skill. So I think she might be a very potential valuable support for the future, but right now in the game only one character you can use her special abilities, that is going to be Shen Wu himself. So what I'm going to do about these two characters, because if I show you my status about getting these characters and their memories, let's go to the fighter and go to the memories, and I'm having 7 memories for Elizabeth, straight away good enough to make her A9 or A5, whatever it says, the same thing. We have the character, I do have the character at level 90, just not awakened, and I also have Shen Wu. If I show you, Shen Wu is not even awakened. So in the next video I'm definitely going to awaken the fighter that I'm willing to awaken. Now who is the fighter that I'm going to do is a very complicated question, and for that we need to take you to the plugin plant. If I take you to the plugin plant, if I take you to the purple, and definitely right now my main focus in this game to of course increase the buff of Leona. I am willing to try first that whether she is able to do the tier 8. Probably she can do with the team, or probably she cannot. I don't know, I cannot guarantee, because she is also a very strong character, but these two are kind of weak and free character. So what I can do, I can maximize Shen Wu and I can add it to the team, so he is going to contribute to the team in a major way and help Leona to complete future tires like tier 9 and even tier 10. That's one thing that we can do. And if I max up Elizabeth, she's going to do what? She's going to give us this team priority. She's going to be a good teammate for Terry. She's going to help Terry to clear upcoming plugin plants. That is going to be the utility, but she is not going to be provide the support effect to any other character, since she is a kind of a finisher and special skill supporter. So I think right now at the moment of recording this video, my decision would go for Shen Wu, because if I go for Shen Wu, at least I can try his damage features and I can show some high numbers if I can play with him, because he's a very high damage dealer. And if I go with Elizabeth, then I'm kind of lost. Because she herself will going to do moderate damage, not high damage, but she is not going to be able to support anyone, rather kind of an average score. So it's kind of a really complicated decision. Right now I am going with Shen Wu, but if I change my decision, definitely I'm going to let you know. But I definitely need your suggestion, guys. Let me know, share your experience and share your opinions about these two characters, especially Shen Wu and Elizabeth, and let me know your opinions. And I hope to see you guys soon in some other videos. I hope this was helpful to you to formulate your decision about these two characters. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon. Take care, stay awesome, and peace out, my friends.